A lot of people have been reacting, fans, ex-players, administrators. And Austin, this time around, let's go and get reaction from the one and only
Austin.
JJ,
Another Austin.
Yeah, you know, I can start saying that we played football together, but it wasn't televised. So good. Austin JJ Okocha, former Super Eagles captain, he's been talking. Let's listen to him. We'll come back and listen to George saying also.
It was okay. I think they played really well, but unfortunately we lost the game. But it's one of the reasons why we play friendlies, you know, to correct the mistakes, you know, that we make. So, but I'm quite pleased with the way they played. Well, it's just to keep improving, you know, to keep doing what they're doing, you know, to believe in themselves, and of course they've got a good chance in Russia.
I gave you the thumbs up last night. I'll give you again, JJ. So JJ, some papa's move right there.
But Joe, did you catch JJ trying to hide a bit of smile there?
Yeah. I know it was difficult. I said it. It's a bit disappointing.
Yeah, but just taking us back a bit. I'll get a reaction afterwards. JJ, when he used to play then, I don't know if you remember, he used to drive a lot of people crazy. Shoots the ball over the bar a lot of times.
Yeah,
and what is wrong with this man?
And you don't shake his head.
Oh my goodness. Boy's an absolute legend though.
Yeah, still dazzles.
Yeah.
If he plays football. I say like a joke, but I say if we have a JJ now at this time in the middle,
at least play four passes.
Just pass the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, we could get out of the group stage. Well, that said, going to that game, Mikel was absolutely missing there. I know we've talked about this, or we've flogged this issue, but I think one of the biggest issues for Coach Pt2 is that he doesn't have a trustworthy bench. I remember this from Stephen Keshi at the World Cup when Onazi got injured.
He looked
against that was against France. He looked at the bench, told Ucheda to get up, told him to sit down again, looked around again, told Ruben to stand up. And then, Ruben, where is he today? I mean, he just played a very, big part role, and then that was the end of his career. So we still need to fortify the bench.
So does that mean the technical crew, they're not doing a good job in ensuring they call the right persons to the team?
And that is why the technical committee now has become vocal again. I remember then under Chris Green, they were very vocal. Chris Green was always insisting, pass me this list. We want to see the list and make our input. Yeah. Ahmed Fresh, who, just came into that role. I wouldn't say his technical abilities are not up there, but I think he's been in football long enough to also know these things. I think it's high time that maybe Raw gets some assistance, really. Tyrone Ebuehi, in the absence of Shehu Abdullahi, I could give him an average rating, but it just goes to show that, look, we don't need to take a bunch of... It's good that we qualified youngest team, but we're saying we're taking young boys, the youngest team, to the World Cup. Look, World Cup is about experience.
Right, correct.
So we need to look around and see if we have some more experienced players playing regularly.
George, but the issue, I mean, it looks like the issue is options. There are not a lot of options out there. Let's go to the goalkeeping situation. For example, it's looking very likely that Uzo might just be the number one.
Have we tried Ejide?
Ejide, seriously? Why are these guys playing now? Israel, second division. I mean, like, do you think...
Where is Ezenwa playing?
Ezenwa is in Nigeria, plays for him, but arguably
where is the most playing?
Successful football
in Deportivo La Colonia, not second division.
Yeah, third division actually.
So.
I'm just saying. Okay, look at that. Look at the goalkeeping position now. Which other options would you be going for? Considering the death.
Since you're trying out players with a friendly, you would have invited these players to come.
The experienced guys you just mentioned.
The experienced guys, and see if they can hold their own. And I fought Genodro as well. That friendly match is supposed to try out your players, but he hardly made substitutions in these two friendlies, and especially in the Serbia game, you brought in Junior Ajayi all the way from Al Ahly. You put him there 3 minutes to the end of the game.
Yeah.
You brought you didn't make those changes. Tinker with your team, and so let's see that you have tried out these options. But then again, I say, well, I pity him because maybe he looked at the bench and said, who is there?
Could it be a problem of management, Judge? Because I just look at the scenario, Tayo. If Gigi Buffon was Nigeria, would he have been active? Would he still be playing? Would we have done something that would have made him say, I'm no longer interested? Or would we put it in straight that you're too old? The Egyptian goalkeeper, Al-Hadri, if he was Nigerian, will we still use him? Goalkeeping is a bad experience. You can't put so much pressure on a 19-year-old guy and expect him to oversee everything happening on the pitch. That's him right there, still trying to even get the ball.
I mean, he's still learning his trade. That's the fact.
That's
he's still learning
the
his
goalkeeping area is the biggest worry for Pt2, and I hope he gets it right. And please don't get me wrong, because people watch sometimes. I come on TV and say things and call me, George, why did you say this? We have good players. I mean, the sort of games we played, you know, run up the qualifiers was good, was appreciable. But we're going to the world stage right now.
Big level.
And we have people that have played against, you know, the experienced players in the world. So we need to really either sit down, get a psychologist like someone was saying yesterday, or go out to the market again ahead of the England game and see what we can get.
Market, unfortunately, Nigeria, you can't buy players.
Okay.
You can't buy players.
Just go to the pool and see.
Right, go to the pool. It's a wide pool out there, right?
And look at the list of players that we have. You can look inwards as well. Look inward. Look at the MPFL. One or two players that you think that could could hold some position.
Your guy, Gabriel Pt2, can get a play.
Now, Austin, the thing is, in '94 we had substitutes for every role, almost every role.
I know.
It was in short, the reason why Siasia didn't score so many goals was because of Amokachi. And if Westerhoff dropped Siasia, because Siasia didn't like passing the ball, and he put Amokachi. So there was a Siasia and Amokachi even battling for that role. You know, you had a Finidi and a Tijani Babangida. You understand? In the back, you had the pool was so much. It was cheating one. There was
Okocha was a substitute player.
He was even the youngest player going to the World
Cup. I don't think anyone is comparing that 1994 side to this team. I mean,
they are going to the
different
World
levels.
Cup. Different levels.
But doesn't it worry you, Tayo, Judge, that we have a relatively good team, a promising team?
Yeah, we do.
Goalkeeping is a problem.
We do.
We have a good team. We have a good team. I like to see them replicate what they did in the qualifiers. And even in the first game, even though it was said that, you know, we didn't play so well and were gifted, you know, a penalty. But I think they played well, and they allowed it to get into their heads as well. And Pt2 said something in the post-match conference. He said, I'm excited that we lost, you know, or else these guys would think that they're going to win the World Cup. You know, so let's see what he does now. Sit back, look at these players, look at where you didn't do things right. And let's want to see a good game against England, you know, and DR Congo as well in May.
You're looking past Congo already. We need to go on this break. When we come back, we'll be taking a reaction from the NFF president, Amaji Pinnican, speaking on the loss against Serbia.